You can speak. You can speak as much as you want. No one speaks more than the alt-right. You guys run your mouth all the time. If your free speech rights were taken away,
they were taken away in Charlottesville.
No, they weren't.
But
you guys got your point out.
No, I didn't. I was fucking attacked physically before I was able to enter the legally permitted.
You seem doing okay to me. You seem all right. You're right.
But I wanted to speak in public at Charlottesville, and I was attacked ruthlessly by your fucking comrades in collaboration with the police.
The thing, I think the main thing here with Bronx, if you want to talk about Antifa stuff, like, you guys. You're like the losing cause guys, because you're using the same tactics you use in Spain. First of all, anarchists revolted against the Bolsheviks at the Kronstadt rebellion and got crushed.
Trotsky killed like 10,000.
Then in Spain, they united with the Bolsheviks as Republicans and got crushed. And then in Germany, they united with the Social Democrats as Antifas. Antifa comes from 1920s Germany, not 1980s, for your information. You can actually see.
I understand.
Okay, so you're using the same.
I know about the Spartans. I know this. Yeah.
No, they actually use it. It was actually called anti-fascistisch action, and it used the same flag you guys use now. And really, the thing is, man, is that when you guys escalate to this point, and this isn't a threat, but I'm just saying, like, as a warning from history, like when you guys escalate to this point, you just draw a retaliation from people. And people really hate you guys.
They're really mad at you right now.
Well, so fucking what happens? What happens when the next Hitler comes, and you guys? What are you gonna say then? What are you gonna say? Like, because the thing is that every time you guys escalate to violence, like in Charlottesville, you get smashed, and then you whine to your corporate media, and they take your side, and the courts take your side, and Mitt Romney comes out to support you.
Yeah.
But then
neoliberal corporate Zionists all back you up.
What happens when the people stop supporting the government? What happens when the people stop believing the media? The facts are out there, man. People are really angry at everything, and they see you guys again. Whatever the truth may be, what they see is you guys sitting on the lap of the neoliberal globalist order that they hate. So how long do you think it's going to be till your time comes?
I don't know. Did you see that new Antifa show on MSNBC? I mean, CNN. I mean, Fox News. I mean,
well,
yes.
they
literally all the fucking. You ever watch Netflix?
You know what I do see on corporate media? Tucker Carlson doing some white nationalist stuff. You guys are so controversial. You got Tucker Carlson on prime time doing white identity talking, but we're on the outside. Oh yeah, Chris Hayes is Antifa. Rachel Maddow is Antifa.
Bronx, do you understand?
There's no difference between me and Rachel Maddow.
Wait. But doesn't Antifa always say? Antifa's not a thing? It's just anti-fascism. Well, Rachel Maddow's anti-fascist, isn't she? So she's Antifa.
She wants fascism. She just wants it done via the Democratic Party. She just wants. She wants more lesbian liberal fascists.
Hold on.
Joe Scarborough is anti.
So now you're going Jonah Goldberg. Like you always end up fucking siding with Jews one way or the other.
Hold on a second. The thing is that the chairman of the Democratic Party was promoting Mark Bray, who's an Antifa intellectual, was promoting the Antifa handbook.
Yeah.
Which chairman of the Democratic Party?
The one who's like a black Muslim. What's his name?
Keith Ellison.
Keith Ellison.
Yeah.
Well, he's like they hate Keith Ellison. They piss on that guy. He's co-chair of some bull. He doesn't have any power in the party. They hate that guy.
He's co-chair of the Democratic
Party.
co-chair.
He's co-chair. Did they give him the power that every other fucking? There's never been a co-chair.
A co-chair doesn't have power
in the Democratic Party in the DNC.
No, he's a token.
Did Debbie Wasserman have power when she robbed the election?
I don't know. I don't endorse Debbie Wasserman. She's shit. Next question.
Oh, okay, but she had power though.
But she had power.
I'm not asking.
She sure did, but she's not on my side. Well, she didn't have to share power. There was no co-chair. There was no co-chair.
Dude, this is a stupid semantic argument, bro. Come on.
You always do, bro.
Admit.
Is it semantic or accurate?
Does the co-chair of the Democratic Party have power?
Over the Democratic
Party? Yes, but he has less power than every other chair that wasn't buddied up with a partner because he has to get approval.
That's your fucking opinion. I mean,
they put a collar on him.
Well,
that's not semantics. That's accurate. Okay,
out there promoting Antifa bullshit.
Good for him. It's the best thing he'll do all year. Good for him.
But do you see why, if you hate the Democratic
Party... It's not because he wants neoliberal power to benefit from Antifa. It just doesn't work that way.
Well,
Antifa protested the gap.
If the neoliberal party is promoting you, doesn't that make you question that a little?
Are there people in the Republican Party promoting? Was that dude Steve from Iowa? What the fuck was that last name? The white children. That he's the congressman in Iowa. Steve King was promoting all your talking points. So fuck you too. You got neoliberals promoting your shit too. So
he's not real. I mean, he's not great, but he's not exactly.
Wait. Why? If some
sitting senator in the Republican Party was saying your shit, so neoliberals talk your shit too. Okay.
Good for him. He's not a
neoliberal. There you go. Good. Then we're even. We're equal.
And look at how the media.
Oh, Steve King's not a neoliberal. He's just a sitting senator for the Republican Party for over a decade. He hasn't participated in any legal. You know what I know about Steve King? He hates Israel.
Good for him,
motherfucker. No, he doesn't, motherfucker. He doesn't.
But the point is that Steve,
your argument is shit because Steve again, King, it's not like.
Bro, you have to admit that the media, when the nationalists fight the Antifa, they side with the Antifa. You have to admit that at least. Vice media.
I don't know if I would. Okay. Vice media created Chris Cantwell as celebrity #1. They gave him plenty. They gave him plenty of airtime.
Bro,
did that help him?
Bro,
Chris Cantwell.
Hang on. I want to just clear something up. Steve King is not a senator. He's a representative.
Yeah,
whatever.
You're gonna get semantic.
Yeah. What is Keith Ellison? What's Keith Ellison?
He's a co-chair of the DNC.
What else is he?
A Muslim.
And a neoliberal.
No, he's a congressman, isn't he? He's a representative.
I believe he's running for like governor of Minnesota, actually.
Okay, but he was at the time Steve King made those statements. Ellison was a rep too. It's the same fucking argument.
But you're the ones that are saying that you have no power.
My point is that we don't have any more or less
fucking revolutionaries.
Listen to me. The Democratic Party will throw us. The Democratic Party will throw us in the garbage can at the same time that the Republican Party throws you in the garbage can.
Because the only use you are to them is going out and attacking the populist opposition.
And that's the same thing with what you are to MAGA. MAGA used the alt-right. They pimped you out. They put Jewish people in your place, and they pushed you out.
You got pimped out. You admit that you got pimped out. Then you're saying that you got pimped out.
No, my point is that intersexual feminism, unfortunately, got exploited by the Clinton campaign. That's accurate. They fucked us. We got Hillary Clinton wrung around our neck, and most of us really don't agree with her. So,
well, okay. The point is, though, is that do you see that how these identity politics work to protect and advance neoliberalism, at least?
On either side of the aisle, sure. If Republicans do it to advance their agenda and Democrats do it to advance their agenda.
Well, the thing is, though, is that you can't really say that it's equal because...
No, you can't say it's equal at all because let me give you two hypothetical situations.
Oh, my goodness.
Let me
go
give
ahead.
you two
quickly, because I have to go to work. Quickly.
Say you're a congressperson in the Democratic Party and you're actively out there advocating for Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ shit, and feminism this, feminism that. And like, is that going to hurt your career at all? But let's say you're trying to become a congressman in the Republican Party, you're moving up through the party, and then it comes out that you're an advocate for white identity politics. What happens to those two?
You can be an advocate for white identity politics as long as you don't spell out anti-Semitism. You can be a white identitarian in the Republican Party as long as you don't say anything to disparage Jews.
Okay,
let's unpack that.
That's the trigger point. Why is that the trigger point?
Because in America, Jews are also white people, and the Republicans don't want to split the white vote. Carry on.
But wait, Bronx.
In the American suburbs, Jews are not a separate thing from white people. They are white people.
No, that's fucking stupid. Can you attack white people openly and advance politically in this country?
You can attack black people and do the same. What's your point?
Yes. No. Not the way you can attack white people.
Yes, you can. You can make all kinds of disparaging statements about Mexicans and black people. You can make it about anyone but Jewish people. Trump's first fuck up was...
Wait, hold up. That's an interesting fucking admission. Anybody but Jews? You think that there's
I'm talking about the right wing of politics. And the American white ring, they use white... They're willing to use white identity.
Can you attack Jewish people on the left?
Can attack the state of Israel on the left.
Attack Jewish people
yes, you can attack the occupation in Israel. Bernie Sanders himself can attack the state of Israel. No, you can't attack any people on the left. You cannot
whites.
You cannot. No, you cannot say that you're going to deport white people and become a Democratic senator. You can't say you're going to kill white people and become a Democratic senator. So please with that.
No one is
talking about white privilege. But none of us are.
But that's not the same. But that's not the same as.
none of us are saying we're going to kill non-whites. Donald Trump said he's going to deport illegal immigrants. And I mean, like, be that as it may, no one says we're going to deport a particular race.
If you use force to move somebody from their home, you're going to end up killing people.
Whatever, fine. I mean, nobody says that they are going to attack and kill anybody. Nobody says this. This is hyperbolic rhetoric.
No Democratic candidate can win an election saying they're going to use force against white people. Well, Democratic candidate in history can go, we're going to physically do something to white people against their will. That'll never happen.
Hold on, man. You saw the DNC convention, and Luis Gutierrez went up there. He said, us brown and black people are going to unite against this establishment. What do they mean by that? I mean,
Lord.
What do you mean by that? What does that mean? I mean, that means
Bronx, when brown and black
really no
people,
different of a dog whistle than with Donald Trump.
It's really no different of a dog whistle. It's no different of a dog whistle, Bronx.
I know that guy.
If Brown and you know that guy, but you're not connected to power.
No, I don't physically know him. I'm saying that I'm aware of that guy. He's just another neoliberal.
I thought all you people knew each other. That's
funny.
That's a joke.
That's really great.
But seriously, I think
they only meet at the parties with the masks.
Bronx gave us what we wanted, which is
Bronx just said the only people you can't attack are Jews. I mean, know, like it's
no. Wait a minute. No, wait. Let me qualify that statement. You can use white identity politics. You just can't say Jews.
Someone get the ADL.
No, my point is that you can exploit white identity as long as you don't traverse into anti-Semitism, because that's still verboten. But you know what? It's becoming less because in the 80s and the 70s and 80s, Jewish people became integrated as white people, and Republicans don't want to. They don't want to thread that hair.
Bullshit. It's because they have powerful lobbying organizations that lobby on their own behalf.
In the American suburbs in the 1950s, there was deep anti-Semitism. John Birch Society was deeply anti-Semitic. They used the term the kike. Those same communities are heavily integrated now, and those Jewish people are considered part of those suburban communities. So you cannot use anti-Semitism these days.
Sorry. Let me correct that.
They have ethnic lobbying
organizations
to promote their interests as an ethnic group. It's because they have the ADL. It's because they have AIPAC. It's because they have the SPLC. It's because they have any number of fucking Jewish-specific lobbying organizations.
You used to have that in this country. You used to have this for your people in this country. Remember how well that went? How nice those people were? The Southern League, remember the Southern League? How nice those people were.
You remember how, like, every time white people try to advocate for themselves and organize collectively,
they always seem to end up burning crosses when they advocate for themselves.
You're going to talk to me about the suburbs, but the first suburb was founded. It was Levittown, and it was founded by. You're going to call it anti-Semitism. The first suburb was founded by a fucking Jew named Abraham Levitt. So that whole thing about anti-Semites in the suburbs.
There was a period in American conservatism up until the 1950s that anti-Semitism was perfectly acceptable, and then
something happened.
William F. Buckley decided that anti-Semitism was outre because he wanted to do debates with Gore Vidal and not get accused and have the John Birch Society rung around his neck. So your own elites betrayed you.
To the Jews, and you're 100% right.
No, I did not say. Don't.
Then what are you implying? What are you insinuating?
How did they betray us?
Who? The Tooth Fairy? Come on, man.
My point is that they used you to retain their wealth, and when they were done with that, they called you anti-Semites and threw you in the trash can, which is what they tried to do after MAGA. But then you guys stuck around, and now they're like you're this bee in their ass. But they did what they needed the alt-right for, and then they tried to throw you guys away, and then you guys shed the alt-right, and you are where you are now because you went where American conservatism is not allowed to go. At least,
why aren't they allowed to go there? Why aren't they allowed to go there?
They have decided that anti-Semitism is no longer mainstream because Jewish people are no longer an immigrant group. In the 1950s,
what have Jewish people done to affect this outcome? Have Jews themselves done anything to affect this outcome?
They've just existed long enough to become mainstream. And you know what's funny? 50 years from now, Muslims in Europe will be perfectly mainstream. That's what you're afraid of.
What's interesting to me
I gotta leave
is
soon.
how Bronx fucking gives Jews no agency whatsoever. Do Jews have agency to act in their own interest or not?
No.
Bronx?
You infer malice.
No.
You infer malice. If a Jewish person chooses a chocolate donut, you're like that. This means something. This means he picked a chocolate donut.
No, Bronx, you're fucking. This is such a dodge. Do Jewish people act collectively with agency in the interests of Jews or not?
No. No, they don't. They don't. They don't. They don't act collectively in the interest of
country that they lobby for. They fucking
your real question is: do Jews act collectively in the favor of Israel? And the answer is no.
So the ADL doesn't exist, right?
The ADL is meant to be a bulwark against anti-Semitic sentiment in the United States of America.
And criticism of Israel. And criticism. Ryan Dawson.
That organization happens to consider
is a libertarian, anti-racist, anti-Zionist activist that fucking attacks white nationalism all the time. He is listed by the ADL. He has never said an anti-Semitic or racist thing in his life. He is simply a diehard anti-Zionist activist.
ADL,
he is listed by the ADL as an anti-Semite. The ADL exists to protect Zionism. They go after anti-Zionists.
The ADL considers anti-Israelist sentiment as a veiled form of anti-Semitism.
Yes.
They even condemn it when they see it. When I don't agree with them on that because even when it comes from the left,
but like
my point is when it comes from the left, they go, "Oh, you're anti-Israel. You guys are anti-Semites." No, anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism are not the same thing. They're not the same thing.
That's fine. You can think that, but they perceive it and they have power.
Exactly.
And they're Jews. They're Jews.
They don't have as much power as the United States government. They're a private organization.
They have power over the United States government.
The most powerful man in the world right now is. Tell me his Jewish name.
Bronx.
His name's not Bronx. His name's not Bronx.
Son-in-law is a Jew.
No, but Jared is not the vice president. Who's the most powerful man in the world right now? He is a white man. The most powerful man in the world is a white man.
All right, and no one else has power. This is so dumb. Aren't you fucking?
Is there someone else who's more powerful than the United States of America?
This is the worst fucking analysis of power. Marxists would laugh at you as an analysis of power, pointing to the one individual, this United States president, and saying this is how power works.
Are you in kindergarten? What kind of Marxist are you? Power dynamics. On the scale of international global capitalism, one of the most powerful people is the president of the United States of America. Even though that power has slowly diminished, it's still
neoliberal shit. You think?
Come on, man.
We control the currency. It's not about the person. It's the fact that the U.S. dollar is the spine of international global capitalism. So whoever sits in that chair controls the flow of U.S. dollar bills. The reserve.
Who controls the Federal Reserve?
Who appoints the chair of the Federal Reserve?
Well, who is the chair of the Federal Reserve? This is so stupid.
Who gives that person power? Who hires them? Your boss doesn't have. I mean, your boss.
Congress.
If you had a job, does your boss have more power than you, Mike? Do you remember when you had a job in 1985?
I didn't have a job in 1985. I was a kid. This is a level of like fucking tactical nihilism on your part that is so dishonest and retarded that like everyone.
You're asking me in a hierarchical structure.
Total denial of how power works.
Let me fucking talk. Shareholders appoint CEOs. Okay. Shareholders appoint them. The CEO has a limited amount of power, but shareholders get the veto.
We're not talking about CEOs. We're talking about the Federal Reserve Bank. Or are we talking about something else now?
Hold on a second. The Federal Reserve is a private entity. Now we can get into this libertarian bullshit, but my point is
tactical fucking nihilism. Bronx, this is my point. Bronx, this is my point.
Yeah, it's true that bankers have more power on a global scale, but the problem is that the United States has more power because they print the fucking reserve currency. You don't have power as a banker if you don't have U.S. dollars.
Hold on a second, man. The banks like Goldman Sachs were able to get $700 billion from the taxpayer. Okay?
I understand.
So that stuff shows where the real power in this country is. The government
in money.
Would you but would you agree that America is a plutocracy, that it's a dictatorship of the rich?
Yes.
Okay. So why are you denying that that the billionaire class in America has more power than the president, who ran on a platform of closing the border and hasn't been able to do that, is under investigation by who? Rod Rosenstein.
Is Donald Trump not part of this billionaire class?
He is, but he's seen as a traitor to his class.
No, he's not. He hasn't done jack shit for working people. He doesn't give a fuck about working people.
Do billionaires ever have disagreements internally?
Well, hey, actually, no, hold on. Donald Trump has done one thing for working people. I mean, what do you think?
What did he do?
The Trans-Pacific Partnership.
He got rid of TPP and he instituted tariffs.
That was a big rebuild
industry in the middle of the country.
3 years ago, that was one of the big leftist causes against TPP all around the world.
First, and your candidate Hillary Clinton was for it.
Hold on. Yeah,
that's not my candidate.
Yeah, no, it was
not my candidate.
Don't do that.
I don't boost her.
Hold on. Trump signed an executive order to pull out of the TPP. And that is one of the reasons why the billionaire class in America universally supported Hillary over Trump. You can't deny that. It's a fucking historic and political fact.
The Koch brothers, man. The Koch brothers.
No matter who wins, are
the Koch brothers powerless? Are the Koch brothers powerless?
No, but they don't. Number one, they're not Jewish. Number two,
that's why you admitted they have power.
That's why you admitted they had power.
No, I admit.
Hold on. Do Jews have power?
Yes, there are Jewish people who have power, but it's because they have money, not because they're Jewish.
What does it matter?
It does matter because in a capitalist system, only money rules, not race, not color, not money. Money rules everything.
Why is Israel above that then?
Yeah, why is Israel like the most pressing concern of the U.S. in foreign policy?
Is Israel a poor country?
No, but we get nothing from.
We don't benefit. The United States.
Has Israel been overseeing the Korea deal?
The United States.
Yes.
Does Trump call Israel? Shut up, Mike. Shut up.
The United States would get a lot more from making diplomatic overtures to oil-rich Iran than from this stupid alliance to Israel. You have no explanation for why the Democratic Party, where 80% of its voters are against Israel, why they vote unanimously to keep giving more money to Israel. You have no answer for that because you lie for Jews. That's why.
No, I do not.
Why is the Democratic Party? Why is the Democratic Party?
The Democratic Party is beholden to donors. Period. They don't give a fuck about if Israel didn't have wealthy donors supporting them, they wouldn't give a fuck about that country. And if the same wealthy donors were pro-Mexico, we would be pro-Mexico. It's just money, man. It's just transactional. It's just transactional politics. It's not a conspiracy.
Even if you believe that, that's fine. Yes. Even if you believe that, the idea that who are these wealthy donors that are shifting the policy towards Israel?
Bro, Haim Saban.
Some of them are evangelical Christians. Some of them are white people.
Hold on a second, dude. Haim Saban.
Yes, I know the Power Rangers. Yes.
And he's also a billionaire, the owner of Univision, and one of the top donors to the Democratic Party. He's gone on record. He's an Israeli citizen.
I gotta leave on this point. He's gone
on record that he donates to the Democratic Party specifically to advance global Jewish interests in Zionism. And you're denying.
I have to go to my job, so I'm gonna give you a closing statement on that.
Okay.
Jewish power is a coincidence. It's an optical illusion created by
white
coincidence.
Protestants.